me open this up really quick. So here's the bass. Get my automation going. There it is. Okay. So,
I mean,
yeah.
look at all the moves. I need some context here.
But basically, whenever the bass comes up, it's gonna make everything feel bigger. So if I want a section to feel smaller, I just bring the bass down. You know. So. So I wanted that first note to really explode, right, when the band first hits. So it. You might notice right there when the octaves are coming in, as the screams are being held out, I'm turning the bass up there because I want it to add more energy to what's happening. I want the boop, I want that to feel small, and then when the ride comes in and the octaves are in, I want it to feel like fat and huge.
Okay.
So
Are you
I'm
using a
automating the bass.
controls surface? What is your method for doing automation?
Just a mouse. I would like
Okay.
a fader eventually, but just budget hasn't really allowed for it.
Sure.
Are you able to see the plugin chain and stuff right now? Like me moving.
I see
through
your
this
I
right
see
now?
your mix tab. Yeah.
Oh, good. Okay, so I was able to get that figured out. So all of my processing is on the bass bus.
Oh, okay. I was like, there's no
So
plugins on the bass. I was like, what's
right.
going on?
I was
Okay.
confused about that too, and then I forgot this was kind of how I had done it. But so there's a couple different plugins here. I love Black Salt Audio plugins, by the way. Those are great. It's not letting me move to this next window. I wish I could share the other window with you.
Well,
But
if you go share and Zoom,
yeah.
instead of just sharing your DOS, share your whole screen,
Oh,
and then it'll
sweet.
get all the windows.
Okay, sweet. Let's try that really quick because I
So
think
it's
that
not a you
might.
problem. It's a Zoom problem.
Yeah, that's dumb. I'm gonna stop the share really quick, and let's give that a shot. Okay, so because I'm using two screens, so desktop. Oh, desktop
Yeah.
two.
Yeah. Try sharing your whole desktop. Maybe that'll fix it.
Totally. Okay. Oh, hold shift to select two desktops. What? Okay, this is cool. Okay, so let's get desktop one, desktop two. Okay, this is gonna be weird because it's gonna show us for a second, I think. Okay, so here we go. Um, I'm gonna get back to my plugins here. This is a fun process.
There we go.
Okay, bass is right here. Okay,
There we
can you see
go. Okay,
that?
this is great.
Okay,
I see. So you got
good.
one screen for plug-in Windows, one screen for the mix tab. Nice. Way to go.
Yeah, it just makes it easier. Um, so here's my SSL.
I still can't remember your soloed. So um,
Okay. So yeah, just with that SSL, it's a lot
you
of
don't have to. You just pull up the plugins. You don't, we've heard the instruments. You don't have to. You don't have to do that every time. But just
okay, cool.
it sounded like there was a lot of mid-range added in that bass.
There is, yeah. There's a lot at like 1.5 right here. And so that's just kind of adding to the barkiness of it a little bit. Um, and then what's this? Like one. There's actually kind of a difference, quite a difference between going to like 1.5 and then one. It just like it's accenting different parts of the bass, and
Yeah.
there's a bell boost here, so it's a very wide boost, but it's just giving more of that attitude to it, and you can kind of smooth out the harshness with your high cut right here. Um, and then this is a really cool plugin. It's from Jordan's company, Black Salt
Yeah.
Audio. I got a bunch of his plugins when I did his his mentorship.
Sure.
Yeah. So what it does is it compresses below a certain threshold, And then it also can add harmonic saturation right here, and you can choose what frequency you want to enhance.
This one's called low control. So the
Yeah,
idea, it's just kind of like almost not a multi-band, but almost like distorted multi-band almost. I'm trying to think about what that would be.
yeah, like it definitely like nails it. It basically pins down your bass.
Okay. So it's
Yeah,
almost like a limiter in a way.
yeah, and he used to do a very similar thing where he would take like a Wave C4 and like a CLA 76. So he would, and then another CLA 76. So it would like just nail it down, and he would choose exactly what frequencies he wanted to compress really, really hard, just so that the bass is consistent the whole way through. Um,
I see you have it at 190 and below. Yeah, because I'm thinking like 150 is like such a boomy frequency, like you
right.
know.
Yeah, and it kind of just depends on the needs of the song. You know, sometimes I might only be compressing from 90 and under, but I guess in this case that was just what I wanted to do. But let me bypass this for you so you can kind of hear the difference. Yeah, so
It's just
it's
more
doing a lot.
present. Yeah.
Yeah, and saturation is really great for that because you can enhance things without using EQ. Um, you know, when you add more EQ to things, it can get really phasey. But saturation, it helps you to beef up a signal. It just gives you more of that signal, essentially.
Yeah.
So by using that plus the multiband compression, I'm able to bring out a lot more of the bass to like even things out.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it makes things way easier too when you're automating because you're not like, wow, like the bass was really present when they played on the eighth fret, but then they went down to three and it like almost disappeared. So
Yep. That's a big problem.
yeah, oxygen, it's kind of like a bitey sort of thing. So I've got it on the bite setting. It's the same thing. It's saturation, but it's more in like the upper area. Decapitator is just adding some extra distortion here. And then Escalator is kind of similar to Decapitator, but it's a bit more transparent. And
So
it's
are we
just adding
sponsored
that.
by Black Salt? Is this a black? No, I'm kidding. I'm messing with
I,
it.
I was on a really big Black Salt kick back when I did this mix, and I still love Black Salt audio, but I probably wouldn't use this many in succession now. I mean, it worked out, but I don't think I needed so many buckets of paint
Yeah.
to do the same
They're,
thing.
I think I checked them out a little while ago, and I mean, I'm sure the plugins are great. They're, they're more a little more premium.
Yeah,
Um,
definitely.
but if they
Yeah,
serve the purpose, they serve the purpose. But it's like I
right.
think people they get a little skittish when it's like a one knob plugin for $40. But it's like, well, if it gets
Hmm.
the job done, it gets the job done. I'll pay
Right.
$100 for a plugin if it solves a problem.
Right, definitely. Yeah, it can definitely be easy for it to be seen as like snake oil, but like, because I know Jordan personally and just like the kind of person he is, it's really easy to trust his plugins. And so like
Yeah. Yeah.
like I use most of the Black Salt audio plugins that have come out.
Well, I
Um,
love people, they'll get upset about, well, look at this Black Salt plugin, it's so expensive. It's like you buy the freaking same carbon copy amp sim every 2 months that's $300 that is selling
right,
you the same thing.
right. And oh, like trust me, this one sounds different from the others. Like
This is
this
a different
5150 is
Marshall
completely
sound
different.
than, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Right, exactly. Yeah. And in the grand scheme of things, it really doesn't matter that much.
No.
Uh, let's see.
I'm really
I've
interested
got
in the vocal mix. I kind of want to,
yeah, of
um,
course.
just to be respectful of your time, we'll jump there. And because the vocals sound really just like aggressive.
Yeah, of course.